Imagine waking up every single day feeling like the cracks are closing in on you, feeling stuck in a world that pretends to give freedom but only hands out chains. The daily grind, the endless noise, the empty promises, it all drags you down like quicksand. You're not dumb, you see it. Everyone knows something is off. Opportunities slip through your fingers like water, while others, those billionaires, you don't even want to think about how they keep pulling ahead, as if they hold some secret the rest of us are blind to. It's infuriating. The rules are stacked, the system's rigged, comfort zones built to keep you small, quiet, and obedient. The harsh truth is that the world isn't broken because there aren't enough ideas or ambition. It's broken because it rewards the common path, punishes those who think for themselves, and fences in anyone daring enough to be different. Freedom is sold as a product, but what you get is a cage disguised like an open door. Yes, the biggest problem isn't lack of courage. It's that the system conditions fear and obedience, turning rebels into cowards and dreams into routine. Your potential is suffocated, whispering to you that you should just settle, just fit in, just obey. But what if the real secret, the strategy that billionaires are terrified you'll discover, isn't a fancy stock tip or some hidden market hack? What if the real power comes from learning how to reject the rules designed to trap you? Those billionaires didn't just get rich by playing the game, they changed the game. They found a way to break through by ignoring the playbook everyone else worships. No, this isn't about crazy risk or luck. It's about mastering the art of impact investing. Not the kind that's shoved down your throat as some marketing buzzword, but the real deal. Investing in essential change that turns your money and your influence into a force that builds new worlds. Here's the brutal fact. Money alone does not buy freedom. It buys comfort, a far uglier cousin, and comfort is the enemy that kills your fire. Those billionaires who know the secret, they use their wealth like a hammer to shatter the cages society built, not to decorate them. Impact investing is their code. It's how they leverage capital to make sure their values, their vision, their future isn't just a fantasy whispered late at night, but a reality that shakes the foundations of every broken system. Diving into impact investing isn't just about doing good. It's about reclaiming your power, seizing control of your influence, and saying no to a world that wants you obedient and complacent. The difference is radical. Imagine directing your money not at empty companies that pretend to care, but at true pioneers who are ripping apart outdated ideas and replacing them with innovation that serves people, planet, generations beyond us. Every dollar can become a soldier fighting for disruption, for liberation, not a passive tool feeding the machine that keeps you small. Many get paralyzed because they think investing is reserved for experts or Wall Street elites. Don't fall into that trap. The billionaires aren't special because of degrees or insider tips. They're special because they see differently. They understand that the future belongs to those who refuse to follow, who burn to create, who build instead of consume. And that radical vision is accessible if you know where to look, how to think, and how to trust your instincts over the noise. The world screams that you need to diversify, hedge bets, and prioritize profit above all. But what if that's the lie feeding the system's greed? The secret is a different kind of diversification. It's about diversifying your impact. Putting your money into projects and businesses that don't just chase returns, but regenerate communities, clean the air, unlock untapped human potential, and innovate solutions that truly matter. This is the edge where the old rules break down and real progress is born. And it's not just about picking the right stock or fund. The real inner game is radical discernment. Like honing a hunter's eye, you must reject the mass of noise and false promises and focus only on the scarce few that truly match your values, your fire, your rebellion. This is a game of patience and persistence, waiting for the right moment, the right partner, the right seed to plant so it can grow into something that changes everything. Patience can be brutal. The world today wants instant results, viral hits, quick success. But the rare ones, the ones really changing the world, know that transformation is a long game. Their investments aren't bets on monthly profits, they're commitments to decades of change. This is about legacy, impact, and rewriting the story, not just for themselves, but for generations trapped in cycles of apathy and obedience. And no, this isn't for the faint-hearted or the comfortable. If you're okay with the status quo, if the idea of chaos or risk scares you, if you're fine with just getting by, then you won't understand this. But if you feel that itching tension inside, like you're made for more than this dull, programmed existence, then this message is for you. You're not here to live by others' rules. You're here to burn them down and build something raw, new, and real. Seizing this strategy means becoming sovereign over your choices. Your will is your weapon. You don't wait for permission or validation because you understand that true freedom comes from embodying critique, questioning what everyone else takes for granted, and refusing to settle for surface-level truths. You don't chase belonging to a group or label. You create your own path and align only with those who share your fire. The rare few who dare to upend all the comfortable lies society feeds us. It's not easy. It never is. The system fights back. Comfort fights back. The fake promises of freedom fight back. But that's the point. True liberation isn't handed out like candy. It's seized in the trenches, earned by those willing to play a different game, one where impact is the currency and change is the victory. Right now, your money is either feeding that old world or waiting to be turned into the fuel for something radically different. What you need isn't hype or another get-rich-quick scheme. It's a mindset shift and a set of unshakable principles. Be critically aware, be ruthlessly selective, be endlessly patient, and above all, be unrelentingly bold. There's no magic formula, but some powerful signal boosters. Look for investments where people have skin in the game beyond money, where innovation meets necessity, where transparency isn't a checkbox but a lifeline, where the vision is longer than quarterly reports and aims to rewrite the status quo at its roots. The billionaires who hold the secret don't just look at numbers, they sense the story behind them. They ask, can this create new systems, new opportunities, new realities? And they move decisively when the answer is yes. Start small, but think big. Your impact investment does not need to be massive in size to be explosive in effect. Sometimes the smallest ripple starts the biggest wave. The edge is not about copying what's already done. It's about daring to be different, to put a stake in the ground that screams, change begins here. Understand this. The greatest wealth is the power to live according to your own terms. To break the cycle of obedience and become a force that demands the world change because you will not conform. That is the billionaire's secret. They invest in their own liberation before anyone else's. They don't ask for permission or hope for chance. They create the future their souls are made for. This path requires courage, yes. But more than courage, it requires obsession with freedom, with impact, with becoming beyond what any system tells you is possible. It requires a refusal to be processed, optimized, or forgotten. It requires embracing the rebel inside and feeding its fire every single day. There is no checkbox for this, no shortcut, no safety net. The secret is that when you are the key. Your vision, your money, your unbreakable will to transform is what can shatter the illusions and build the world you deserve. No one will hand you this secret. You have to take it. Seize it with every ounce of passion you have. Because this is more than investing. It's revolution. It's liberation. It's your chance to join the rare few who refuse to settle, who burn while the world sleeps, and who will change everything by simply deciding to rise. The system fears this kind of power because it cannot control it. When you invest with impact, real impact, you break their script. You claim your sovereignty. You lead with fire and patience together. You change the rules, the game, the world. So look closely. Get ready. The secret is not a trick. It's a mindset. a radical refusal to be anything but free, an obsession with becoming, with ceaseless transformation, with unleashing the few who will, so that many can be free. Now is your moment. Don't let it slip. Because the world doesn't need more noise, more comfortable voices, or more obedience. The world needs the fire you have, but have hidden for far too long. Ignite it with impact investing and watch how everything changes.